Hey everyone, today I'm going to review the best natural reflux supplements that you can find on the market. Now, if you are struggling with reflux, obviously there aren't a lot of options that you can take just on the go or discreetly when symptoms manifest. You can use gum or chewables, but a lot of these contain ingredients that I genuinely can't pronounce, let alone understand. And that's why I prefer natural options that I can trust, things I can read about, things that have science behind them. So I'm going to go over a few of my favorites. So I'm going to start with Gut Alive. Now, I will start out by telling you the website is a little outdated, so it doesn't have up-to-date credentials. So if you have any type of defense system on your computer, it is going to flag, it is going to pop up and say there's a warning, something's wrong, suspicious content. Now it is just out of date credentials, so it's not that suspicious, but you can tell just by looking at it that this website is one of those awesome early aughts style marketing websites. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going with a lot of the fun pictures. It looks like a genuinely well done office presentation. So, jokes aside, I do like that this one contains a lot of science behind it, or at least some science. So we'll start over here. They have an article published here about the way that this particular product helps with the microbiome without changing your diversity. So that means that you can keep the diversity of your microbiome, but add to it over time. So this product has been shown to stabilize your microbiome if that is a problem, help preserve the bacteria that you have in terms of their viability, and just overall improve your gut health. So that is, of course, where it gets the name. So now we know there is science behind this. They do have at least one study. So the reason that the study focuses on your gut health is the key idea here that the lining of your gut is damaged, and that is causing problems with reflux. So here, this product gives your gut the nutrients it needs to help repair that damage. And in so doing, targets the actual problem and not just the symptoms. So instead of just dealing with, oh no, I've got that burning pain, let me take something to kind of alleviate it, it works by targeting the main culprit, the thing that's causing that pain, that's causing those digestive issues and those heartburn issues. And a big part of that for them is that too much stomach acid is not the cause, because your stomach acid decreases with age. So instead, it's not stomach acid, and therefore you shouldn't suppress the stomach acid, but rather problems with your gut health. And therefore, you should help focus on improving your gut health. So this is going to be something, again, there's a lot to read here. Are you getting that? That early aughts feel? Yeah, it's palpable. So there's a lot here, but they do have natural ingredients. So it starts with zinc. Zinc is very effective at healing your body. And then, of course, they say that there's this magic thing to help get around these problems. So zinc is the main thing that you see here. And then, of course, licorice root. These are both very good. They are both supported by science. They have ginger root here, equally important in reducing irritation, especially in your stomach, and helping with nausea, stomach problems, any type of general stomach-related sickness. That's why people take a lot of ginger tea in those times. Artichoke leaf can be very useful as well. So all of these are perfectly legitimate sources to help stimulate things like protection in your stomach lining, protection against ulcers, and basically work to help with your gut health. So this is something that's going to focus more on the gut and dealing with primary gut-related and digestive-related issues. So next up, Reflux Inhibitor. So this is a natural product to help with heartburn. And it's a very simple product with a solution that is designed to be used somewhat regularly. So it's another natural item that's gluten-free, vegan-friendly, non-GMO. And you can see here some of the key ingredients are found in beetroots and leafy greens. So it's a supplement that isn't using minerals like the zinc that's found in the Gut Alive, but it is still using natural options to help support your digestive health, but more importantly, to prevent reflux. So this version, whoop, you'll see here is safe for long-term use, and that's kind of what it's designed to do. And you'll see here that the reason is it changes over time. So the first week that you're taking this product, that's when you'll start to get relief from digestive issues. By the time you've been taking it regularly for a month, they say that meals might feel enjoyable again. 2 weeks in, you have better balance in your stomach acid, so less problems with reflux. And then by month 3, you don't have to take extra Tums or other products like chewing gum after every meal because purportedly your reflux will be gone. Now, I genuinely can't say that this will solve your problem permanently, but it is something that is well regarded, something that is popular as a dietary supplement to help alleviate some of that pain. Now, Soothe, Stomach Soothe is another option that's very similar. So this product helps to relieve pain with things like tea and supplements. So the tea helps focus on acid reflux. And as you can see here, the main ingredients are chamomile, marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, lemongrass, and licorice root. These are all very well known for their abilities to help with things like nausea and inflammation and to protect your general gut health. Now, the Stomach Soothe product that's designed here for reflux, indigestion, bloating, this has slightly different ingredients. So their main ingredients are slippery elm, arrowroot, whole apple, green banana, papaya, and glutamine. So the slippery elm, I can tell you, is very useful in immediate relief. So slippery elm actually coats your esophagus all the way down with a sort of gel-like substance, and that is what offers that immediate relief and helps you with things like inflammation and pain. And then you have all of the other ingredients that help with natural flavors and keeping the rest of the discomfort at a minimum. So these are things that you could, in theory, keep in your purse, in your car, and have when you need them. So unlike the other products, these are not meant to be used every single day as a form of repair to your gut health. Instead, this product, which is mixed into a drink, is something that you would take whenever you need relief. So in theory, you could take it every day, as it says here, on an empty stomach, preferably in the morning, but you can also take it for acute relief. And you just mix it into a drink, and you have to drink it right away. If it settles, it's not going to be as good. So this is a very simple product, not a lot of sugars in here, just a lot of natural ingredients. And if you don't like the taste, you can always mix things like honey in it to help with that ingredient. And you can see here, they do have a very good list of ingredients. The website doesn't look like it came from the early aughts, and it's not flagging anything suspicious because of outdated credentials. So that's always very good. But the best one, I think, is Reflux Gourmet. So Reflux Gourmet is slightly different because they not only have products that you can use similarly to the other natural supplements, but they have gums you can chew. So you can use gums on a regular basis instead of having to mix a powder into a drink and chug it immediately. And that can be very uncomfortable if you're trying to use the Stomach Soothe as a product immediately after a meal. Let's say you're very full. You don't want to chug basically a thick oaty smoothie. Instead, you can turn to Reflux Gourmet for easy gum. Now, as I said, with the Gut Alive, they did have the science to back up their work, and so does Reflux Gourmet. Reflux Gourmet includes this very long list of references here to back up all of their claims. And this is one of the only products, in fact, so far, the only product on the market that I can find that can be taken after meals or before you go to sleep to help reduce those symptoms. Now, you can chew on this after a meal, you can chew on it before you go to bed. It is vegan, allergen-free, gluten-free, sugar-free, and cruelty-free. So how does it work? It uses alginates. So alginates come from algae, as the name suggests. So this is a natural source that has been studied for several years for its efficacy in alleviating a lot of pain and problems associated with reflux for people with specific conditions or taking certain medications. But the applicability is obviously very far reaching. So it creates a form like a raft, like a jelly thick form that just sits on top of your stomach and prevents your stomach contents from making it back up into your throat and esophagus. So it just floats there. And as your stomach fills up, it fills up and blocks the top entrance. As your stomach contents go down, it goes down with them, but it's still there on the top, just lasting for a few hours and giving your stomach time to really digest everything properly. So this was is the only product on the market right now developed by physicians who practice with patients who have reflux. So it's not just a general product. It's not just a general gut health product. It is a product specifically for reflux relief. And that's what I like most. Not only is it natural without any sugars, but it comes with a lot of science behind it. More science than any of the other natural supplements for reflux, to be sure. So this is my favorite option here. All kinds of reflux can be treated, and you have a lot of different flavors and products available to use for regular use every day or acute use when issues arise. So that makes it something a little bit more comprehensive than the other products, like the Gut Alive that you have to take every single day, or the Stomach Soothe that you have to mix whenever you need. So this is definitely my favorite. Very simple, clean, and intentional ingredients.